Hey, this is Paige. This time we decided to do some 5th edition D&D. We're doing an adventure from Journey through the Radiant Citadel that we are extremely loosely following along. Just need to give a trigger warning. All of us are Northerners and do not respectfully do Southern accents. See ya.
The Cultt.
We're here. We're back. We got Russell Jarris. We got Greg Erskine. I'm Paige. We are going to take a shot at D&D, but just one shot. We'll see how this goes. We're going to do a one-shot Journey through the Radiant Citadel. The adventure is called Written in Blood, but I tweaked a bunch of stuff on it, so it's not really the same thing. But if you've done Written in Blood, then it'd be like, this seems kind of familiar, but we also changed a few things.
Stories tell that Cradle Lace Lake was once a thriving but isolated farm, home to a large, happy family. But during a terrible storm, a sinkhole swallowed the farmhouse, then flooded, drowning the house in brackish muck. Tales say the house's residents struggled to escape the pit, but the farm's owner, desperate to keep her family with her, dragged them back into the sinking house. In the aftermath, when neighbors arrived at the sinkhole's edge, they found 6 pairs of severed, undead hands struggling to escape the muddy water. In the years that followed, more tragedies befell those who came near Cradle Lace Lake, as if the buried dead sought to add to their number. Among those lost was a young man named Cully, who vanished into the water in front of his friend Kiana. Unlike most lost to the lake, Cully eventually emerged, at least part of him did. A single undead hand escaped the lake, and it eventually found others of its kind, known as the Crawling Claws. Gradually, these unthinking undead combined into a soul shaker. Although the mind of this new horror was a fractured amalgam of thoughts, it remembered the lost soul named Cully, whose memories were the seed of its being. It also remembered the last living person Cully ever saw, his dear friend Kiana. Driven by instinct, shattered memories, and the discordant urges of dozens of tiny undead, the Soul Shaker grew in power, then sought out its old friend.
In the town of Promise, the annual Awakening Festival is underway, and the streets are alive with vibrant music. As the history of the land is recounted through song, musicians play instruments of many kinds. Their performances melt together as passerbys join in during choruses, uniting the entire community in a single collective celebration. We're looking out over a dusty plain with a long, straight road ahead. Nothing really visible in the distance, just heading down old Route 66 through the heartland of God's breath. As the bus/carriage is chugging along, there's a few riders who are looking to get off at the town of Promise. And eventually, the bus slows. There's a little bus stop sign over the side, and then guy pulls the little doors open, and 3 folks are gonna get off the bus at the bus stop that is near the town of Promise. So we'll start with the first one to walk off. Look over to Greg. Greg, can you tell us who is stepping off of this Renaissance Fair Greyhound bus in the middle of nowhere?
The person who's stepping off is a very large half-orc barbarian. She seems to be in her late 30s. She's carrying a parasol and she's wearing a very kicky sundress and some wedges. She takes one look down this dusty road and says, "Girls' weekend!"
Woo! That was the bus driver. Nice. He's just happy.
I'm happy too. We're here. We're here, Blanche. Check it out. Come.
And here comes Blanche. Russell, who do we got?
We have Blanche Devereaux. She is a longtime friend of Marnie. And
That's me, Marnie Prack. I'm on vacation mode.
and Blanche is a southern belle of a wood elf. Pretty meticulously put together, and
You're meticulous.
Meticulously.
That's what I always say about you.
But yeah, she is very happy to be at the festival. So.
Please get off the bus, ma'am.
Take it in. She's taking it in. She's taking in the air.
Well, I have other stops I need to get to today.
Do you smell that? That grass is freshly cut.
Oh, Marnie, I do smell that grass. It's so delightful to be in the country again with you.
It reminds me of when we were in college together back at Sword Coast University, and we'd be on the quadrangle, and we would smell. The groundskeepers would come through and cut the grass, and do you remember every Thursday afternoon they would cut the grass, and we would take a big whiff, and we'd say, "Oh, it's grass time."
Oh, we would say that, honey, but I was just fooling with you. I never liked that smell of that grass, but it is nice to be out here in the fresh air again with you.
What kind of smells What kind of smells did you like back then? I'm learning so much about you.
Please step off of the bus, ma'am.
I did like the grass smells, but, it was always a little foul and earthy for me, but as a half-orc, I just really always loved that about you, Marnie, so it's so good to see you on this one-night stand.
Excuse me, can you get off the bus?
One shot.
I need to get off also.
All right, come on, Marnie.
I think there's a guy behind us.
Just please step to the side. Thank you. And behind the two of you, comes a small cricket person, but crickets are so small to start with that this is essentially a mid-sized humanoid formed grasshopper being.
How tall are we talking?
I'd say like hitting a solid 5.
Okay,
that's pretty sizable for a little cricket, but it's a grasshopper.
5 feet?
Oh yeah, 5 feet
with an exoskeleton.
Not 5. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't need to worry about the science of what's pumping inside of him. He's got the magic.
I quit. Jesus.
He's essentially wearing like thick plate mail everywhere he goes. That's his exo armor. And he goes to get off the bus and he reaches in his pocket. And goes, "Hold on one moment, my good sir." And he pulls out a little gold coin and hands it off to the bus driver. And that's, "Thank you for taking us all this way." And then he hops off the bus, and the bus driver is like very happy to have gotten a little tip, and kind of looks at the two ladies and did not get anything from the two ladies. No, it's too late. No, it's not worth the money. And he closes the door and just off goes the Renaissance era bus carriage pulling out Greyhound bus.
Any dust kicked up?
Oh yeah, there's a whole cloud of dust. A little flutter of wings real
never,
quick.
Marnie. It just never goes to show, but it's so good to have you here. And the Awakening Festival.
The Awakening You two are here for the Awakening Festival?
Oh yeah, we planned this for months. We're so excited.
This is excellent. You both look meticulous.
You too.
I've been listening a little bit on the ride to most of your stories. But yeah, I didn't actually realize that you were coming to Promise for the festival. I'm also coming for the festival.
Have you been to it before?
I have not. You've probably heard of me before. My name's Professor Dr. Timothy. And I write books about ancient civilizations and their cultural practices.
What book? What was the most recent book you wrote?
If you've ever taken just an Anthro 101 class, I don't know are you too educated?
Yeah, we went to college together, actually, but I didn't take Anthro 101 because you could choose which kind of social science that you wanted to do in a 101.
But it was a liberal arts background.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I did like a history one instead of Anthro, but I should have done Anthro.
You should have. You should. And what university did you go to?
Sword Coast.
Oh, that's an excellent institution.
Yeah.
Have you ever been out on the quad when they've been cutting grass?
I might have been there once or twice.
There's a little flutter of wings on him. He goes, "I love grass getting cut. Buzz, buzz."
I was just telling Blanche this. I am the same way.
Oh, well, it's true. It's delightful to meet you, Dr. Tim.
Yeah, and you also went to a university?
I did go to the Sword Coast University. I studied beverage management, though.
Yeah, that's understandable. I could probably tell by your accent that you did not take any higher level classes. But beverage management, that's something, isn't it? That sure is something.
Oh, well, my good cricket friend, it is a little something, because being the first of my family to have graduated from a university, my daddy was very proud, so I'll have you know.
And Dr. Timothy reaches into his bag and fishes around a little bit and then pulls out it's not like a full-size textbook, but it's one of the many books that he's written, which is on the social practices of beverage managers. And he opens up the cover and kind of signs it real quick and goes, "Well, you pass this off to your daddy and just know you're seen. When I'm here, you're seen." Now, what's bringing you two to the Awakening Festival?
Well, we're just here for a girls' getaway, and, I don't know, I know you haven't been here before, Dr. Timothy, but is there a wine bar in town?
Oh, we could go for some wine. I'm going to be honest. I have 7 kids, and normally it's not a lot. Well, it's a lot of time to drink wine, but not a lot of time to drink wine with a good friend. So
It's wine o'clock somewhere.
that's what I always say.
And in Promise, the smallest town in God's breath, it's wine o'clock 24/7. Due to all the deaths and hauntings and horrible incidences and the danger, people just got to keep drinking.
That sounds like as good an excuse as any.
Right. So what I'm looking to do is at the Awakening Festival, there's something called the Awakening Song going on, which is a long-standing cultural practice. During the festival's many days, but during the festival, all the inhabitants of Promise sing the song of their ancestors. And it's essentially like a living history. So instead of going to a university and taking a history class, you could come to Promise and listen to this song, and it'd be like you learn all about your ancestors, except you wouldn't get any credit for it. And it would not put you on any kind of diploma track whatsoever.
Well, let me ask you this. Did they cut the grass around here?
And he kind of looks around, and there's it's a dust bowl mentality. So there's a lot of just like dry, hot air and wind blowing that dusty, dry, hot air around. And he goes, "Well, they do have an ancestor song that they love to sing. So that's something." And he looks off in the distance and he goes, "Well, it looks like Promise is probably about 4 or 5 miles straight down the road. I'm not sure why the bus stop is so far away. It looks like it's right on the same road. I can almost in the distance, it looks like the bus driver actually just pulled up to the town in order to take a quick break. Either you two ladies..."
We should have stayed on the bus.
Yeah. Are you carrying anything? Do you need me to carry your luggage or anything?
Oh, no, I wouldn't have you carry my luggage. I have a very small bag. I'm trying to travel light if I'm not
Okay.
with the kids.
Thank God. I'm very weak.
Well, you're a little smaller than I am, but
Most professors have very scrawny arms because all we do is turn pages all day. In our ivory towers, I build muscle by judging other people.
yeah, but you have to pick up books. Books are heavy.
Well, we have
You got a
student
tome?
teachers and interns and associate professors, and they are usually the book picker uppers.
What about those hats? You have those square hats
Oh,
for graduation.
Yeah, those are only for graduation.
Okay.
I haven't really worked at any particular university long enough to get to the graduation of that unit. I'm graduated myself, but usually there's incidences that pop up during the school year that call for me to make lateral moves.
Where are you teaching now?
Now I'm at Southern New Hampshire University. I used to teach at the University of Phoenix.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm mostly online classes I'm doing now.
sure.
You heard what happened with the University of Phoenix, right?
No. Did it rise again?
It burnt to the ground.
Oh, okay. Well,
But then,
that's the first part.
then it came back.
Yeah.
And then it burnt down again.
Oh.
And then it came back again.
Oh.
And I was there each time it burnt down, and I had to get out. It was getting too high to get out of there. They
Yeah,
were really
yeah,
looking at,
yeah.
kind of wondering what an anthropology professor was doing in the chem lab so often. So I mostly do online work right now. And hey, we've made it. We're at Promise now. We've been walking and talking this whole time.
Well, what do you think, Blanche? I know that you have some background in beverage management. Do you want to go manage a beverage?
Oh, my good woman,
She's
I would
already
love to. I would love to go grab a beverage. Shall we try the local tavern? Is there Dr. Timothy? We do appreciate your stories about dalliances in your job and perhaps possible meth production. But will you be joining us at the tavern?
I don't want to get in the way of you two having a nice little fun reunion. If it would be okay, I'm quiet. I'll stay out of the way. Would it be all right? I am doing a bit of research and field work right now. Is it all right if I just kind of hang out in the background with you two and just kind of observe? I'm just looking for local customs. And it does look like there's a beer tent over here to the left as we're coming in. I'd be happy to get the two of you a drink.
Oh my gosh, I would be delighted. Do they have sours?
Let's go take a look and see what we have over here. And you get to the beverage tent. There's grog. There's all sorts, which looks like just a bunch of different, like, people are returning with drinks that they didn't finish and then just dumping it back into one barrel. So it looks like a lot of things are. And then there's
That is
also
so frugal.
There's pina coladas, there's mai tais, there's a whole selection. I'm not sure why anyone is drinking the grog or the all sorts. And it all looks pretty cheap. And Dr. Tim is happy to buy either of you a drink. Marnie, what would you like to get for a drink? If you could have any drink in the world, what would you go for, Marnie?
You know what I would love? I don't know. This may be a tall order. Could I get maybe a 24-ounce all sorts with whipped cream and then like a little cherry on top?
One of the guys that's behind the counter
With a cherry on top.
Yeah, do you have a cherry?
1 silver.
and Dr. Timothy goes, I'll cover it for you, and slides a gold piece over. And the guy,
Professor Doctor,
Yep.
thank you.
and that drink comes back with 2 cherries on top of all the
Goodness.
whipped cream.
Oh my goodness.
Drink up. Also, why I had to leave some of the previous universities. There was issues with some of my classes and drinking. How about for you, Blanche? Any drink you can imagine. What would you get yourself to drink?
Well, Dr. Tim, I would take maybe a West Coast Pinot 2017, 2019. If they didn't have that, buttery Chardonnay would be delightful.
Bottle of Chardonnay. 1 silver piece.
And Dr. Tim slides over a gold piece.
And Tim, that was a gold piece. Do not overpay this strange man.
How
What was
buttery
that?
is this Chardonnay?
Is that a white wine? Chardonnay? Is that a?
It's a nice sweet wine.
Yeah. It has whipped cream on it when it comes back. So, and yours also has 2 cherries on top of it.
I am looking very confused at this drink.
I believe this
And
is
a
how
little
they
bit
drink it in France.
Drink up, ladies.
Well, Marty, when in the country?
Clink.
Clink.
And you're both bottomsing up.
Yeah.
As you're drinking that, completely unrelated to you drinking it, but just good timing, you start to hear a song building out in the kind of center of the market. It looks like there's just people milling around. They're not. It's not a flash mob by any. Like they're not choreographed. But one person's humming and singing, and then another person's humming and singing, and it all starts to kind of meld together. And you begin to realize they're all singing the same song, and everyone starts to add into it verse after verse after verse, and it gets louder and louder. And Professor Dr. Timothy and goes, "Oh, this is the awakening song. They're telling the history of their ancestors, the plights that they've been through, what they've endured, and also great adventurers of their past that they try and remember. Any great deeds you do, they get added into the awakening song."
Do you think we should do a deed this weekend? Maybe we'll get this song.
Are you saying maybe some dances with some young men, or perhaps a very large defecation?
Blanche, I don't know. We could do both.
No,
It's a long weekend.
getting busy.
And as you hear people all around the beer tent, they're all singing along about ancestors, grandmas and grandpas who, farmed really big veggies. The song's going on, and you hear the guy who just had handed you your drinks starts kind of singing along, and you can kind of make out he's going like, "And then grasshopper gave me 2 gold, and I gave 2 different drinks to the beautiful ladies who came from the outside of town.
Blanche, that's us.
I put a cherry on top, whipped cream." And as he's saying this,
Whipped cream.
it starts to get added in, and eventually it's almost like an echo effect. You hear out in the marketplace people being like, "Those sluts wanted some whipped cream on their drinks," and then like a small child comes out and goes, "2 cherries on top, please," and the song just continues on. But somehow you've been pulled into this song, and Dr. Timothy pulls out his little book and starts writing furiously and goes, "This is amazing. You guys have been barely here 5 seconds. You're already fucked up on booze and in the awakening song. Amazing."
We're celebrities.
And now that you guys have your drink, these are really tall. These are like these are big, like
a yard.
yeah, like Caribbean spring break. Like you want to walk around with these huge plastic pitchers of grog and whipped cream and Chardonnay with cherries on top. As you guys start to walk around the rest of the market, there are stalls set up. I mean, there's buildings. Some of them are residential buildings. Some of them are just like regular stores that would be in town. But a lot of the stores aren't really open because this is like an outside festival going on. So there's a few different stalls that are set up. I think there's an airbrushing t-shirt shop you can stop and take a look at. I think there's one where you can put some sand inside of bottles. Just commemorative. It doesn't actually, the sand is also not even from the area. But you can pour some sand in a bottle and be like, "Hey, I got this bottle of sand while I was listening to some people sing." And then there's one particular cart.
I hope it's scented candles.
It is not scented candles.
Oh.
It is, some would say, creepy looking. As soon as I, Jason Paige, say creepy looking, Dr. Tim pops up and goes, "We don't judge other cultures in the anthropology department." They're kind of like corn on the cob child dolls. What would those be? Like cob cob dolls.
Like the Amish have.
Yeah.
It's the
They-
apple face dolls.
It's like some kind of local plant that they've taken the husks from and a few little twists here and there, and
Corn
they've
silk
made
hair.
dolls which, like, if you were in a sophisticated urban center, would be probably thrown in the trash pretty quickly and would just be like, yeah, this kind of like cool, whatever. But out here, they have great cultural significance. And you see a family, probably like a husband and a wife, and a bunch of dirty little kids in overall, single strapped overall, hanging out there behind the cart, which strangely, like, it's almost Dickensian. Please, sir, would you buy some of our dolls, sir? Dr. Tim goes like, hey, ladies, it's on me. If you want to pick out a doll, I'd be happy to help out.
You know, I bet my little Penny, she is 2, and I bet she would love one of these dolls.
Oh, and let me get one for Sandy, too. You know I don't have any little ones of my own as account of my uterus was infested with a wood parasite because I am a druid.
Let me put that in my notebook.
Who's Sandy?
One of your children?
Sandy is the 4-year-old, yes. Penny is the 2-year-old.
You have 7 of them, I recall.
Yes.
I mean,
You could give a bottle of sand to Sandy.
I could.
oh,
but
I was thinking.
Honestly, I think she would like the doll. I think she'd like the doll better.
Okay. The two of you look at these dolls. They're almost all identical, but they have slightly different, like, hairdos based off on how the crop or the plant was kind of like twisted. So some of them kind of have like bangs. Some of them have kind of like swept back hair. But you guys can pick out whatever you like. I'm not big on dolls. You can whatever dolls the two of you want. Marnie, which doll? Can you describe the doll that you pick for one of your children?
I am getting this one for Penny. It has the 2 little pigtails off to the side, and it has a green shift of sorts, and it has what I think are meant to be shoes. They're like little pieces of bark that are stuck onto the bottom, which I think are supposed to be like a little rough shoe. And they're painted, it's like a red. It's kind of flaking off, but I think it was meant to be red.
And excuse me, sir, how much are these? Please, sir, only 1 copper each. Blanche, what do you pick out?
Here's one here that doesn't smell quite as rotten as the rest.
Dr. Timothy reaches into his little man purse and pulls out 2 gold coins and goes, here you go. 2 dolls, please. And 2 gold. And he passes the gold over. And
Big spender.
it is the look on this family's face is priceless. Each of these dolls was a copper, and you get the feeling that they may have never even seen a gold coin before. This is a poverty-stricken area. And the whole family, all very Dickensian, going, thank you, sir. Thank you. You've really made our awakening festival. Thank you. And the father goes, Mother, please take out the books. And she takes out a little kind of ledger, licks a little quill, and goes, oh, okay. The father goes, please minus pigtails and also minus the doll with no smell. And the mother stops for a second and goes,
Less smell. Just less.
are you sure you don't want one that has more of a stench to it?
No, they're pretty rotten, some of these cobs.
Thank you. They check that and close the ledger.
Mine smells like old chicken.
And the mother kind of nods her head, and then the father goes like, I think we've made enough. We can finally leave. And they start to pack the table up. And the youngest child goes, is Miss Pigtails Barktoes coming with me? No, Elizabeth. She belongs to that one now. And they fold the table up and just walk out of Promise and walk away. And you can see way off in the distance, because the bus stop is like 3 miles away. You just see this whole family holding hands, kind of walking off to the horizon to go to the bus stop. Then people are singing all around you. You have dolls. You have drinks. This is fucking awesome. Maybe not the best vacation ever, but it's going pretty solid so far. And you hear people singing, and the song, I don't want to say that the lyrics start to really change, but I would say this thing starts to shift to like a minor key. It starts to sound almost a little ominous as they start singing about some of the bad times that have happened, family members that have gone missing. And this is kind of their way of making sure that these people aren't forgotten. So they might be lost to the people of today, but their memory will live on through the awakening song. And as this singing is taking place, you guys kind of look around the crowd and you realize the market square is really starting to fill in. Can one of you, we'll do some perception. Can one of you roll me a D20? And I want to see what you guys kind of see around you.
12.
You see some folks who are not singing. They do look like locals. They're not really like actively pushing through the crowd, but they're definitely not into the song. And they just kind of seem to be like blank face, blank eyed, blank stare, walking through the crowds. Blanche, can you give me a roll and we'll see if you notice anything?
There we go. That is a 2.
Blanche, as you look through the crowd, are you wearing shoes right now, or did you take your shoes off as you're walking around?
Oh, I was wearing my pumps.
Okay. You kind of like tippy toe up a little bit more and look through and over the crowd. And on the other side, you can see it looks like T-shirts that say Awakening Festival. And then it has like an airbrushed Minnie Mouse kind of giving a peace sign. Awakening Festival is in like neon kind of like spray paint tag font.
What's the Minnie Mouse wearing? Is she wearing the standard Minnie Mouse outfit?
The Minnie Mouse on the shirt.
It's like an Adidas tracksuit.
She's wearing the shirt.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like an MC Escher thing
Recursive.
where she's wearing a shirt that also says like Awakening Festival, and then it has a Minnie Mouse wearing the shirt with a Minnie Mouse wearing the shirt. But from the distance that you're at, and I gotta be honest, for rolling so low, you can't see what level of inception the shirt is going to from this distance all the way on the other side of the market. But you can tell there's like at least like 3 levels of Minnie Mouse going into the shirt.
I'm obviously thrilled, and I want one. So I'm like, Marnie, we've got to have one of these shirts. Come on, girl, let's go.
Oh, it's miniature mouse.
And as you two start to head across the marketplace and through the middle of the crowd to go over to check out the stall where the Inception Minnie Mouse airbrushed tag font Minnie Mouse shirts are, the crowd begins another verse of the Awakening song. 4 people wearing the garb of farm folk wander into the midst. Rather than singing, they stare blankly. Then they surge forward into the celebrants, raising rusty farming implements. The 4 of these, we'll say, farmers have kind of like rusty metal sickles.
It's just like Disney.
Right. Stuff for cutting down the wheat. In this fantasy world, wheat, very similar to wheat, but it's wheat.
Wheat.
And that's what people use to break in order to make bread. Is they need wheat. Some of you,
Why?
You guys already went to the Chabir tent. Chabir also is sometimes made with wheat.
Wheat beer.
Wheat beer.
Ha 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 ha.
Beverage.
Can you 2 ladies roll for initiative? D20 it up.
12 again.
Another 2, but with my +0, we'll call it a 2.
Oh, yeah, I get a plus, what is it, dex? So 15 total.
All right. So Marnie, you see a scuffle commencing.
You know, my daddy's told me that scuffling is a sign of generosity. Letting everyone know you're taking your time and looking pretty on a Sunday.
I rely on the scuffling of strangers.
That's the one Southern phrase Jay knows.
Frankly, scuffle, I don't scuffle a damn. Many of these people are dressed similarly This is kind of a poor rural village. There's lots of people who just came from working a farm and they're here to celebrate their ancestors. Within the crowd, these folks seem to be starting an issue. Just to give you a heads up beforehand, they're not undead. They're not rotting. They're not like the only thing that seems to differentiate them from the other people in the crowd is that their eyes kind of seem to have blanked out. But they definitely are getting violent and starting to attack the crowd. I'm gonna take a shot and say that at least for this first round, there are crowd goers all around, but you have not had enough whipped cream drinks to really like mess you up enough to accidentally hit anyone in the crowd.
It seems like this one's getting a little violent. I'm just gonna whack him with my parasol, I think.
Marnie, this. Your voice sounds too much like my York voice that I give you. I'm slowly sliding away from Blanche into.
Well, the two of you went to school together.
We did every time we hang out, I feel like we start talking like each other. By the end of the weekend, I'm sure I'm going to be saying, "Oh, Southern Bells." That's what you always used to say. Oh, Southern Bells.
Oh, Marnie, you've known me too well. I don't think this. I think this show's getting out of hand, girl.
Let's just give him a little whack.
Yeah, show him the old North Coast College University spirit.
So that's a 15 plus
Sword
4
Coast.
strength.
Oh, that's definitely going to hit.
And then it's a 1d6 for my parasol. That's a 6.
3, 4, 6. That parasol fucking clunks that person right in the head. And then they keep doing their thing.
Uh-oh.
Is the only response that you hear from that particular person that and you hit one of the people who was attacking, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure you weren't attacking any of the victims.
No.
The one that you whacked is a little discombobulated, definitely still going, but more just kind of like thrown off its stride a little bit, and it's going to take a moment to kind of refocus towards you. Out of the other ones, one of them is going to go after someone in the crowd and totally misses. Timothy, after seeing that attacker misses, kind of feigns like, "I'll stop him," and then, "Oh, he missed," but says all of that after he had already missed. The third is also going to go after a passerby. They're going to nick that person. 1 damage. One of the people in the crowd kind of screams out and goes, "Ah, she nicked me. Are there any heroes here who can help me? Save me! Save me!" The fourth is going to go after Blanche. Blanche, can you describe what you're wearing? Because I'm kind of wondering why it's focusing on you as opposed to some of the other folks.
I'm wearing just a pretty standard a pink dress with some white trim and
What length dress?
It's knee just right above the knee, and it is
How loose are we talking?
no, it's
Tight dresses.
Yeah, relatively tight. It's like very commanding. White buttons up the top. I've got a matching pink knockoff Gucci bag, but I would never tell anyone that it's a knockoff Gucci bag. I tell all my friends it is an actual Gucci bag.
You aren't aware of this, but inside the pocket of that farmhand is a cut out page from like a Sears Roebuck catalog showing your exact outfit. This farm worker has known their entire life that they will never be able to afford it, but it was kind of like that was their dream, is like when they went to sleep at night, they were like,
Someday I'm gonna get me this dress and I'm gonna move to a big city and then I'll never farm again.
But in the current state that this being is in, it does seem like its mind isn't where it should be. It's definitely like zoned out and in attack mode. So it's going to take a shot at you. Does an 8 hit?
Oh no! Hell no!
It kind of like swings at you, but at the last second, instead of a sickle coming down at you, it's just an open palm that just runs down the front and kind of feels the fabric of your outfit and goes, "Ugh." Is there anything you would like to do, Blanche? Would you like to murder this person who just touched your dress?
I am fuming. I'm going to take a step back and swing at this beast of a man thing, farmer, with my Gucci bag. I rolled an 8 as well with my Gucci bag.
You missed.
So, essentially you come at me and just like caress me, and then I kind of step back off of you and is like, my good sir, and I go to like club you over the head, and I'm just like, it just whiffs in front of you. And just...
As soon as the bag kind of swings by and misses its face, you hear it just go, fake.
Is that not a real Gucci bag?
Fake.
I don't know if these country people could tell a Gucci bag if they saw one.
Well, I
especially
certainly
such a
Real Gucci
hideous
bags are
man.
+3. Mine cast haste.
My roll was very low, so the +3 was counted in.
Mine's a goopy bag.
Yeah,
Is that
my
true for
haste
you?
is counteracted by my pumps of slow.
I got it at a kiosk at the mall.
Well, good for you, Dr. Tim.
There's screaming, there's chaos. The song has ended, which Dr. Timothy can pop in. Dr. Timothy would be like, it's never good when the Awakening song is interrupted during the Awakening Festival. Just a little note for everybody. And he's kind of like saying this to all the people who were there in the marketplace. And he's kind of making a point of being like, I'm not from here, but let me tell you how this is supposed to work, because you should really keep on singing to be respectful to your ancestors. You see that there are some outside people kind of coming in to try and help out, but there's still a crowd there, so you guys are still in the center, in the thick of it. So we're going to go back over to Marnie again. Marnie, F them up.
Here we go. That is an 18 plus 4.
That's definitely going to hit. Is this going to be the same person
Same
as
guy,
before here?
same
Oh, yeah,
guy.
go for it.
1d6 is a 4. Oh, whack.
As this woman collapses in front of you, you do notice she has pigtails that kind of look like the doll that you just bought.
She looks like the doll.
Thank you. But she's knocked out. Oh. But like she just still had enough in her to like, oh, she called me a doll. Okay. Of the other ones that are there, one of them is going to attack a bystander. Oh, totally gets them. Just comes down with a sharp farming implement. I'm going to farm you. Nicks another one really bad. And that person also calls out, where are my heroes? Somebody save me. One is going to come for Marnie. Does a 17 hit?
What is this against my constitution?
It would be against your AC.
Which is
Oh,
16.
wait.
You're wearing a sundress, right?
16, yep.
Oh, 60. So it does hit?
Yeah, it does.
So one of the other
Kevlar
mindless
sundress.
one of the other mindless farm workers comes up. I saw you did the pigtails, but isn't supposed to say that because they have to pretend like they're mindless. And whacks you. You're gonna take 2 damage,
Oh,
but you still look good.
thank you.
And then
Ow.
another one is going for Blanche. Does a 12 hit Blanche?
No, it does not.
Fake. Another other one has popped up and is also said you got 2 people now going fake.
Unrelated comments. It must be,
It's up to you now. Go for it, Blanche.
This is my moment to shine. I will. What is there's still 3 of them, you say?
There are 3 of them. They're all dressed like farmhands. One of them does have more sophisticated fashion sense, but has been unable to afford some of the privileges that life has afforded you.
And where are they in relation to?
This is a pretty tight area.
Tight, yeah.
You've got 2 that are definitely within reach of you.
Okay, so yeah, I will just continue to swing with my my quite real Gucci bag at the mongrel of a human being in front of me.
Hey.
That's a 13.
We're going to say that hits.
Ooh, a southern spirit goes a long way, gentlemen.
And I'm rolling for damage. Ooh, it's a 6.
Yep. Yeah, that one takes a solid whack. And you hear murmurs throughout the crowd where you start to hear like, the fake bag just hit. And bit by bit, a song starts up.
They're starting to sing.
Fake bag just hit.
The
Bit,
fake
bit
bag
by
just
bit.
hit.
The fake bag just hit.
Fake, 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 fake,
bit,
fake,
bit
fake,
by
fake,
bit.
fake,
Here we
fake,
go
fake,
now.
fake,
Fake
fake,
bag
And another
just
small
hit.
child comes out and goes,
The fake bag just hit.
over to you, Marnie.
Is that the same baritone child from before?
Maybe.
Oh, he's got a very deep voice. I'm gonna swing at one of those guys over there. That's a 20. That's natural.
Oh. I don't even want you to roll damage because you just obliterated that dude.
Okay.
And like on impact, not only do you knock them unconscious, but for a brief second, they almost smack, like the smack knocks them out of whatever was controlling them. And for like a brief second, their eyes go clear and they go, "Why'd you do that to me?" And then they crumple to the ground, knocked unconscious. Because you just, the song starts to change. And you start to hear like, money, natural 20 money.
That's me.
And the song starts to build. And Timothy is taking like very good notes. He's got all the verses. He's writing all of it down as it goes. We've got 2 left. The 2 that are left, a woman comes pushing through the crowd. She's wearing a big wide brim straw hat. She's got a long blue dress on, but she comes through and she's kind of like helping other people get out of the area, but also working her way towards where the action is. And she's going, "Stop it now. You need to be stopping it now. Enough of that now." And she's pushing her way through and she's going to get up to one of them and she pulls out a purse. A real Gucci purse.
Oh, that's just like yours. Look, she's got the same kind.
Now you're gonna get it. And she takes a swing. 19 on the die. Time for you to die. Fully hit. And you hear like the song starts going like, Auntie Deli Dre's got the real Gucci purse. And now there's only one left. And that one looks over at this woman and goes, and then turns and looks at Blanche and goes, "Fake," and goes after Blanche.
And Blanche has also got another second real Gucci purse.
And that one rolled a natural 1. So as it starts to move towards you, it trips over a small doll of some sort that looks like it was just left on the ground, but it's enough to like make it stumble and fall to your feet and land on its own sickle that it was holding on to. And it just kind of rolls over and goes, "Fake." And that was its dying words. Up walks this lady.
Hello. Thank you so much for jumping in.
This woman is Auntie Deli Dre. Auntie Deli Dre is kind of she's not the mayor, but she is a respected elder. She's a de facto leader in the area. And she's extremely thankful. And she's kind of checking out these farmers. She goes, "I know this one. And I know this one. And I know this other one. And I also know this other one. You killed this one. I see your Blanche. Blanche is your name? I see this one next to you, dead, sickle right through the chest. You killed this person. But the other one's just knocked unconscious. Good job, Monty."
Oh, thank you. How do you know our names?
I've been listening. And also, Dr. Timothy is kind of right next to her. And Dr. Timothy has his little notebook open, and he's kind of like holding it over for Auntie Deli Dre to look over at. And she like points a finger and goes, "Monty." And he's like, that's right. And then he turns to Paige and she goes, Blanche. And he goes,
we each
"Yep."
have our own pages.
It says here you didn't get off the bus very quickly. You took your time talking. You need to get off the bus and let other passengers also exit.
We were just so overwhelmed by the whole Awakening Festival.
It is a beautiful festival. Except for this.
Does this always happen?
This is the first time this has ever happened.
Oh.
Weirdly, this is also the first time you are here.
Yeah.
But,
Unrelated. Totally unrelated.
Well, it might be related. Do you think we brought zombies?
Well, we are not xenophobic.
Maybe it's my newer NASA Gucci purse. Maybe that's like, there's a better purse in town, so maybe that's what's happening.
Auntie Deli Dre kind of waves, and you see the whole community starts to gather around you, and they move in really close. Like, you guys are really like hugged in. You're surrounded by dozens and dozens of people, and they take Blanche's bag and they lay it right next to Auntie Deli Dre's bag.
I don't know if I'm going to let go of my bag. I mean, shouldn't we be singing the song, everybody?
Please be quiet. And they start to like really like fold like the zipper area back, and they start to like look at the stitching on it. And Auntie Deli Dre is going like, you can see, look how good the stitching is over here. But then like someone else will kind of pop in and be like, oh no, the handle looks pretty legit on hers. And the community of promise in the land of God's breath cannot come to a solid decision on who has the fake and who has the real Gucci bag. And Auntie Deli Dre, she's not angry. She's not materialistic like some people. She just wants to get to the truth of the matter.
Oh, but she did call out if she had a Gucci bag as being real, which of course is real, because mine is real as well.
They might just be different years, like different editions. They probably look a little different.
That's a good point. And as people are looking at you, you hear someone in the crowd go, you know who would know the difference? We should get Kiana in here. Kiana, she totally know the difference between a fake Gucci and a real Gucci. And you hear people, yeah, we got to get Kiana. And Auntie Deli goes, Kiana? Where is Kiana? Kiana should be here. Kiana, she said she would be here by now. Kiana is my goddaughter.
Oh, does she always come to the Awakening Festival?
She does, and she works with these farmhands. And something is obviously up. Something's gone wrong with these farmhands.
Something's up.
This is making me worry a bit about Kiana. Has anyone seen Kiana?
I haven't.
Yeah, Dr. Tim opens up his notebook and kind of skims through and goes, I have not met Kiana yet, so I'm going to say that I do not know where Kiana is. Auntie Deli Dre is going to turn to you two. I'm sorry that this is how your Awakening Festival has turned out so far. And I'm sorry that you were attacked by these 4 mind-controlled farmhands.
Don't worry about it.
And
we got a 24-ounce all sorts with whipped cream and maraschino cherries. And Blanche got a buttery Chardonnay, which I did not even know that you had buttery Chardonnays here.
I'm so happy. I don't want you going back with a bad review, because a lot of our local economy, it depends on tourists just like you coming here in order to help build our community. What is the point of remembering your ancestors if you can't make some tourist money off of it?
No complaints here so far. I'll say that much.
Auntie Della Dre, exactly what is your relationship with Dr. Tim? And he seems to, I thought he was on the bus, but now he seems to be recording some stuff. I mean, what is going on with these villagers? And
he did ask me for open access to learn about our people and our culture, and he also said I would get a chapter in his book. But all of that beside the point. Could you two do me a big favor?
Sure.
This is a big ask. I'm a bit worried about my goddaughter Kiara, because she should be here. And there was violence, and someone did just die. And I got to tell you, I'm fucking freaking out on the inside, but I can't let the town see that, because then they'll all go crazy. I'm the calm one.
Oh,
Yeah.
dearie me, you stay strong. You are an oak,
Thank
Auntie
you.
Della Dre.
So I need to stay calm and collected. But if I don't find my goddaughter soon, I'm going to flip my shit. I cannot tell you what I will do. The Awakening song is going to remember me going crazy if I don't find out what happened to my goddaughter.
We can probably do that. I imagine that would be fairly straightforward to find a little lady.
Where'd you last see this Kiana?
So Kiara, she lives out by Cradle Lake, out in the Rattle. We can head out there.
Now, what's the rattle?
Look around Promise. Look around at what everything around here looks like, and then make it poor and make it shittier.
Okay, and why do they call it the rattle? Does stuff rattle there? Are there snakes? Are there...
I think all the good names like Promise,
yeah,
and God's Breath,
yeah,
and Cradle Lace,
yeah,
all of those were taken,
Chardonnay.
and eventually they said, let's call it the Rattle.
Yeah.
It's
Where those cob people, those gross cob doll people came from? Cob kids. Remember those cob
Those
kids?
dolls are the pride of our people.
Oh, I take it all back because they smell something terrible.
I grew up with them, and I have a whole collection on a mantle. In my house.
If you grow up with them, Auntie Deladre explains why they smell so bad.
Oh, they're highly collectible.
Well, we collected too.
Oh, you have the pigtails?
Yeah. It smells like a chicken, like an very old chicken.
Right.
Like all the back in the fridge where you give it a little whiff.
Right. So
and you're like, oh, I don't know about this one.
Each year, different smell.
I guess maybe today is the last day I can eat it. I'll have to, gotta get that right down.
But bring it back next year. Trade it up.
Okay.
Everyone around here has got 30, 40 of them.
Oh, okay.
The Rattle, known for earthquakes. So it's got some shake to it. Little bit of shake, little bit of rattle, little bit of roll. I'm a bit of an old lady, and it is not safe for me to go out there, but I need to go find Kiana. Can you come with me just so that I saw how you fucked up these weak farmers.
Oh, Auntie
So I think you
Deladre,
would be
of course,
helpful.
some of us well accessorized ladies got to stay together. Now, are you saying raddle or rattle?
Rattle.
Was that rattle?
Rattle. Rattle. A rattle.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Rattle.
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 Yeah.
But we need to go out to Uncle Porter's house, and he can get us over to Kiara's house. So if you're willing to help me out,
Yeah.
Where's Uncle Potter's house?
out by the rattle.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, though,
Will Dr. Timothy be joining us, or is this no longer
Dr.
the
Timothy,
bounds
you want to go along with us? Hells yes.
He's taking notes.
Would you guys like to go get a commemorative Awakening Song T-shirt before we head out? Or I'm happy to get one for you afterwards.
Oh,
but
what
if
no-
you'd like to get one now, we can.
I mean, as long as is there the puffy paint Inception shirt?
I'd be happy to get you each your own Awakening Song Minnie Mouse Puffy Paint T-shirt.
Well, okay. Is there a sleeveless one?
We can cut the sleeves off.
No,
Okay.
the deeper you dream, the deeper you go.
So I'm gonna put down. We're gonna do
Retail therapy.
We're gonna do 4 Awakening Song Minnie Mouse Puffy Paint, spray paint, neon tag art T-shirts. We're gonna do one for Blanche. We're gonna do one for Marnie. We're gonna do one for Auntie Deli Dre. We're gonna do one for Professor Dr. Timothy Cricket, and that way all 4 of you will have matching shirts.
Oh.
Can we customize them in any way? They're like puffy paints around, like.
I'm really worried about Kiana, and that could be something we do when we come back.
I'm
Did
just
they-
saying, maybe Dr. Tim could be like our Wadsworth, and we're
I
just,
like where you're going, but I think when we get back, we could go over to the sand art place, and they have like a spinny thing that you can put your shirt on. It'll kind of like make like a spinny circle on it.
When you usually buy clothes, are the clothes shops near you, do they just have like lined up paints for you to just add to the
I was
clothes?
just saying as a side project, when I drink Chardonnay, I get crafty.
Some cultures customize, accessorize.
Yeah.
Different strokes for different folks. with that, you four now all have matching mini mail shirts. You're going to hop on one of the local wagons, and Auntie Deludre is going to head out towards the rattle. And you two are now, I don't want to say hired henchmen. That doesn't sound right. Heroes. Yeah. We'll say that you are
hired henchies,
protectors of the promise. And I guess we'll see how that goes.
Queens of the rattle.
And we'll check back in a minute and find what happens to our sexy ladies.
The Cultt.